Hello, traders. So we've got some big earnings announcements here this week. Microsoft is reporting after the close tonight. Now, I'm going to take a bullish position here on Microsoft selling a put credit spread. And let me show you why. And basically, Microsoft has sold off a fair amount. It's sold off into what I would call some support area here, right around this, 416, 415 range. It came down to this, and then it rallied up, came back down to it, broke to a new high, a new short-term high here, came right back down to that same area. Now, this area can break, that 417 can certainly break with some bad news. So I don't want to trade right there, but I'm looking to go lower. I'm looking to say, okay, if Microsoft has a not so good report and it falls, where's going to be the next range? And I'm thinking it's probably going to be in and around this 410 range, somewhere right around in here. Could potentially go as low as 400. But there seems to be a fair amount of historical support here in this 400 area. So I would anticipate if there were a sell-off, that sell-off might subside in the 405 to 400 range. Based on that, I'm looking at doing a spread here that is going to be a put credit spread at the 400, 395 range. I'm going to do two of those. I'm going to take in a little over $1 credit, so that's going to give me $200 of potential reward, but I've got $800 in risk, but that risk is a ways away. So this trade, I think, has a pretty good chance of being a profitable trade, and it's got some buffer in it here that, if we get a little bit of a sell-off to 405 and then that sell-off stalls, this trade's certainly going to take some pressure out of the gate, but then as that pressure subsides, this should go back to profitability. So if someone is not prepared to, take an entire loss on a trade that happens to drop down here below the 400 mark, this is not a trade to consider. If you wanted to make this trade more delta neutral, somebody could come up here and they could sell an opposing spread and turn this into a condor, or maybe they want it to be a skewed condor, something like that. Also maybe makes some possible sense. But what I'm thinking, what I'm counting on happening here with this trade is maybe a gap up in the morning, and then if we get that gap up into maybe this 430, 440 range, then I might look at adding a call spread in on this, letting that then decay over the next couple days. So keep in mind, I don't have any inside information, of course, on Microsoft. I'm simply looking at the technicals and thinking that it's already sold off quite a bit here over the past couple weeks, and that I personally think there's a higher likelihood of Microsoft going higher or staying about where it is than there is of it getting below 400, which is why I'm making this particular trade. So let me go ahead, put that order out there. I'll put it out there at around $1.03. I would suspect I should get a fairly quick fill on this, and I will, of course, update as I do.